Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today's build is going to be in the world of Sulani and we're actually going to be building a luxury beach rental house. So this will be for my save file, so it's for my rebuild Sulani project for my save, and in my save file I do want to add in a couple more rental lots. Not just in Sulani, but also in Tartosa and in, maybe a couple of the other worlds as well. Any world that I feel like, it would be fun taking your Sims there on vacation. So in Sulani, I do, like I said, I want to add a couple more rental lots. I think I have, I think this is the first rental I've built in Sulani for my save file. I have built other rentals for Sulani before, but I think this is the first one that I'm doing for my save. And if I'm not mistaken, I can't really exactly remember off the top of my head, what my plans are for Sulani for the different lots. But I think I have maybe 2 or 3 rental lots planned out. So, where I want to build rental houses. And yeah, this is one of them. So this is the house where, or the lot where I believe the Kialoa family, I can't remember their names I'm so sorry, off the top of my head. But there did used to live a family on this lot originally, in just EA game, if you start the new game. But I did evict them and decide to turn their lot into a rental. I haven't deleted the family and I won't delete any of the families that I end up evicting in any of the worlds, where I build different stuff on, where I do different builds on the lots where they used to live. Whenever I evict a family, I don't delete them, I just keep them in the family bin. So they will still show up, they'll still be around the world and, you can still befriend them and all of that stuff. They just won't live on a lot. But basically I decided to turn this lot into a rental. It's a 30 by 30 lot in the Ohan'Ali Town area of Sulani, I believe. And it ended up being only 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms because, like I said, I wanted it to be a rental. And I already have another lot in mind for a family rental. So I will be building a bigger family style home on that lot. Whereas this one, I kind of just wanted it to be not necessarily for just a couple. I mean, obviously there's 2 bedrooms, so you could have up to 4 Sims vacationing here. So we have the main bedroom, and then we have a smaller bedroom that actually has 2 single beds in it. So you could also vacation here with a family, a smaller family if you wanted to. Or I don't know, maybe single Sims and, one couple and some single Sims, or whatever you wanted to do. Obviously, you could also change up the second bedroom and add another double bed in there if you wanted to. But basically, I wanted this lot to be a little bit more on the expensive side. So obviously, it is a beach lot. So realistically speaking, this would be a very expensive house to rent for vacation or whatever, because it is on a beach. It literally has its own private beach access, and it's built right on the water, so it would definitely be a very expensive lot or house to rent. And I do want to apologize, my bloody dog is barking again. I don't know why he always does this these days whenever I want to do a voiceover. These days, for some reason, whenever I decide to sit down and do a voiceover, he just immediately decides to start barking at absolutely nothing, because it's almost 3 a.m. in the morning. So he's barking at literally nothing right now, because I know for a fact that there's nothing outside. So yeah, he's being really irritating right now, and I apologize if you can hear him in the background. But basically, so yes, I wanted this lot to be a lot more not a lot more expensive, because I don't really pay attention to what rental lots cost to rent per day. But I wanted this lot or this house to feel very luxurious. I wanted it to feel it's a nice place to go on vacation. So there's a lot to do. We only have, like I said, the 2 bedrooms. There's also 2 bathrooms. So you have the main bedroom that has its own big ensuite. And then you also have another big bathroom that's basically just for the other bedroom, even though it's not an ensuite, it's just a standalone bathroom. Then you also have a really big living room area that's actually the room at the back of the house with the big sliding glass doors. That ends up being the living room. And then we also have a like really big kitchen dining space, which is actually in that little bump out on the side with the big archway leading out onto the deck area. So yeah, that actually ends up being the kitchen. So yes, I know realistically having just a big archway going outside isn't practical, because obviously in real life the rain would get in, wind would get in. It's obviously not safe either, realistically speaking. But this house has a lot of like open windows. I used a lot of the Jungle Adventure windows on this build actually. So basically those big open windows that don't have any glass in them, so they're just open holes in the wall basically. And then, you know, that big archway in like the kitchen. Obviously all of those things wouldn't really be practical in real life, but it's The Sims, and if a room is considered closed and like closed off and a room, then, you know, the elements and rain and stuff like that won't bother your Sims, no matter what the weather is like outside. So yeah, you don't really have to worry about that in The Sims. So yeah, I kind of just went with what I thought looked cool and like looked really fun and beachy and kind of tropical. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this build. If you know me and if you've been on the channel for a while and like been following my videos for like the past couple of weeks, you will notice that I've been building mostly in Moonwood Mill. I did my previous build that went up like on Friday, I think, was a build in Windenburg actually, and then today we're building in Sulani. But basically I've just kind of been like, I really wanted to do a build in a different world. Not that I don't like Moonwood Mill, which is obviously the werewolf world, but I've just been building in there a lot. I've been spending a lot of time in Moonwood Mill, you know, just not just building, but also like working on save file sims and save file stuff. So yeah, I've kind of just, I needed a little bit of like a change of scenery, and I haven't really built anything in this style, like this more, I don't know, Pacific Islander, I don't know what exact like architecture style this is. I'm just gonna call it like Sulani beach style, but I haven't really built anything in this kind of style or in Sulani in like months at this point. I think the last Sulani build that I did was my Sulani wedding beach wedding venue that I did when the wedding game pack came out. So I'll leave that linked on the screen in case you want to go ahead and check that out. But yeah, so that was the last build that I did in Sulani, and it was months ago. It was way back in February. So yeah, it's been a while. I haven't done a build like this, and I really wanted to do something like this because I was kind of feeling myself like slipping into like builder's block a little bit, and a little bit of like building burnout, because I have been building a lot the past couple of months. But yeah, I was feeling a little bit of builder's block coming on because like I said, I've been doing a lot of stuff in Moonwood Mill. I've been doing a lot of like industrial stuff, especially with, you know, my last build being that big factory. And yeah, so I was kind of like feeling a little bit of like builder's block coming on, since I have mostly just been building in the same style. So yeah, I wanted to step out of, you know, all of that stuff a little bit and do something a little bit different. So yes, I really like the way this build turned out. I had a lot of fun working on it and incorporating a lot of different colors, a lot of different wood tones, and, you know, just having overall like just a lot of fun with it. I tried not to personalize the build too much. I did add a little bit of clutter on the interior and, you know, stuff like, you know, vases and sculptures and stuff that I felt looked very tropical and beachy and all of that stuff. So I figured those things would just be like generic clutter stuff that maybe the owners of the house, you know, that rents out this place, they just have that set up, you know, to make, you know, guests feel a little bit more, I guess, like homey, and make it look a little bit more inviting and just, you know, nice, and I guess themed could also be a good descriptor. But yeah, so I do have a couple of clutter pieces around, but it's nothing like super personalized or anything, because obviously it's supposed to be a rental. But if you wanted to live here, then you totally could. It would work like perfectly well for a like gameplay or livable house, in case you wanted to do something like that. Maybe just add in a computer desk somewhere. I didn't add in any computer desks or like laptops or anything, just because I figured, you know, if your sim is going on vacation and they need a computer with them, they'll just like bring a laptop with them or whatever and work at like the kitchen table or something. But there are 3 TVs in this room, so in this build, so both rooms have TVs in the bedroom, and then you also have a big one in the living room. There's a bar on the back, like back deck area. There's a lot of sun lounges and a grill and another big dining table. There isn't really any like skill building items apart from like the TVs, the bookcases, and stuff that you can do outdoors. So I didn't include something like an art easel or a chess table or anything like that. But if you wanted to have your Sims live here, then you could easily add those items. There's a ton of different places where you could add them. So yeah, you could just add that if you wanted to play in this, or like live in this, I guess you could say. Now we've moved on to the interior, and you'll only see me furnishing the main bedroom. Not main bedroom, main bathroom. What am I saying? So yes, you'll see me working on the main bathroom right now, and it's kind of like this big open ensuite that doesn't really have a door separating it from the like main bedroom, which I really like the way that looked. And it also adds in but it lets in a lot of like natural light from the bathroom windows into the like main bedroom, because the main bedroom doesn't have any windows of its own. That's just kind of like how the floor plan worked out. So yeah, the bathroom adds in a lot of like lets in a lot of natural light. I can't speak for some weird reason. But yeah, so I love the way this bathroom turned out. I have those big glass like panels in the floor that came with Island Living. And it's so cool because you can actually see the water moving like on the beach, like the waves on the beach, like looking through that, which is really, really cool. I have them out on the deck at the back as well, where you can see a little bit like deeper into the water. But yeah, these ones in the bathroom just kind of look onto the beach, and you can just kind of see the waves on the sand. It's not super deep or anything like that, but it looks really, really cool. And yeah, so we have that in the main bathroom. We also have, like I said, main bedroom. Then we have another bedroom that has 2 single beds and another bathroom. But I don't show me furnishing that bathroom because I used basically all of the same furniture. I used, the same counters, tub, all of that stuff. It's just configured a little bit differently. So yeah, I didn't feel the need to include that, especially because I'm not personalizing the bathrooms or anything like that. It's just kind of like generic bathroom, like decorations. It's not really clutter, it's more just decorations. So yeah, I just didn't feel the need to like show that. I also cut out me doing the hallway because it's literally like a 2-tile wide hallway that runs basically like from the front to the back of the house, and that's it. There's nothing in it. There's a site like hallway table, a mirror, and then some artwork, and that's basically it. So it's not really interesting. I do show everything in the screenshots at the end though, in case maybe you wanted to see the hallway for whatever reason. Then yeah, just stick around for the screenshots at the end. But yeah, so that's basically the build. Like I said, I didn't want to personalize it too much, so obviously I didn't think about Sims or storylines or anything like that, because I didn't think it would be a residential lot, so I didn't bother with anything like that. But yeah, so it is up on the gallery. If you want to download it, it's up on the gallery under my gallery ID, which is ChrissieYT, or you can just search for that same hashtag and you'll find it. I'll also have like a gallery link in the description for the gallery website, like a download link. And I'll also have the tray files up on my community tab for channel members. So if you're a channel member, then you can grab the tray files. And yeah, I did use a bunch of different packs as well. I didn't pack restrict it at all because it's for my save file, so I don't usually pack restrict any of the builds that I do for my save, just because that's not the point of my save file, if that makes sense. With my save file, I kind of want to make all of the packs work together and like integrate really well together. So yeah, I don't usually pack restrict anything for my save. And it turned out to be just under 1,200. Not 1,200. What am I saying? It turned out to be 126,175. So just under 127,000 simoleons. If you want to like buy the lot, that's like the lot value. But if you want to rent it, then it's 1,264 simoleons a day. So it is quite expensive to rent for a day. And I did also give it a couple of like lot traits and challenges and stuff. So I gave it the Island Spirits and Sunny Aspect lot trait, and then I gave it the reduce and recycle lot challenge, because obviously I thought, you know, if you're coming to stay here to rent, then you would pay attention to, you know, the environment, and you wouldn't like litter, and, you know, you would recycle and take care of, you know, the natural environment around you, because it's a really beautiful place. So obviously you would want to keep it that way. So yeah, those are the lot traits and challenges that I gave it, and yeah, obviously you can change them up or remove them or whatever if you don't want to play with them. That's totally fine. And yeah, also I did forget to mention when we were working on the main bedroom, but you will have noticed that I merged that suitcase end table that came with City Living. I used that as kind of like to make it kind of look like they have a suitcase on the bed, and it's kind of like merged into the bed. Now, I did playtest the bed and it totally works. Your Sims can sleep and relax on both sides of the double bed. They can reach everything. That doesn't, you know, cause any routing issues. I did playtest the build as well, and you can get everywhere and use everything and, you know, access all of it. So yeah, it should be totally fine when, you know, you download it and play with it. So yeah, you shouldn't have any issues. That's just something that I did want to mention, because I know not everyone will like have done something like that with the suitcases before, so you might not, you know, think that it would work, because it's technically like merged into the bed where your Sims sleep. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. Now, something else really fun that I wanted to mention is a little bit of like, you know, just a reminder, but I'm actually running a giveaway for the high school years expansion pack. I'm currently running that giveaway. It's going on in the, like, I started it and mentioned and talked about it in my factory dorm build that went up on Friday. I'll leave that build linked in the description and on the screen for you guys in case you want to know more about the giveaway, because yeah, I'm not going to talk about it too much. But basically that's going until the 28th of July. So basically the release day of high school years is when that giveaway will end. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check out that video in case you want to enter the giveaway or anything like that, or just know more about it. I did talk about it in that video, so yeah, and all of the information and stuff is in that video description as well. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check that out. Like I said, I'll leave it linked on the screen and all of that stuff for you guys. And then also talking about the high school pack, I haven't really talked about the pack apart from my like trailer reaction and blog post reaction, all of that stuff. So I haven't really talked about it in a video yet. But I'm actually really excited about this pack. Now, I'm kind of like, I'm not skeptical, but I am like, I hope that a lot of this stuff, you know, a lot of these things that they're talking about or that they're hinting at, for example, gameplay stuff, you know, like prom and everything, it reminds me a lot of the way that weddings work in the Wedding Stories game pack. And as you guys know, that pack was so bugged when it came out. Like, it was basically broken and unplayable. A lot of the wedding gameplay was basically just completely broken. And they fixed a lot of it since then. But I'm kind of hoping that a lot of the, like, I guess high school gameplay and like prom gameplay and all of that stuff isn't too similar to that pack, because yeah, just because of how difficult, you know, it was to get anything to work with the Wedding Stories pack. And still, it's very micromanagey, and, you know, I'm hoping that the high school pack isn't going to be like that. Obviously, it will be probably like, you know, very similar to the get to work careers, like the active careers. I'm going to assume it's going to be something like that, where you have, you know, you go to school with your Sims and you have, you know, daily tasks that you need to do. I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, different, I don't know, time slots for you to do certain things, or like a different schedule or whatever that you need to work on, like class schedule or, you know, something like that. Obviously, I haven't played with the pack yet. I haven't seen anything about it. I'm doing this voiceover way before we even have like the live stream where they're going to show off more of the pack. So I know nothing apart from the blog posts and, you know, trailers and stuff like that. So yeah, obviously all of this is just me speculating, but they have the potential to make this pack really good, and I'm hoping that it works out, and I'm hoping that when it releases, it's not filled with bugs. Because if this pack releases and it's like broken and, you know, there's major issues with gameplay especially, then people are going to be so mad because, yeah, it's not nice when a new pack releases and it's basically unplayable. But yeah, so I'm really excited for it. Obviously, I am, you know, I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much for too many like big features because, you know, I don't want to get my hopes up and then be disappointed when, you know, they don't do something that I was hoping they would do. So I'm kind of just keeping an open mind and hoping that whatever they do decide to include, that it's fun and that it has like replayability value is also a really big thing to me because I love the Discover University pack. I love that pack. I love the gameplay, like the uni gameplay, the classes, like everything about it. I love it so much. I love like living in dorms and building dorms and, you know, just the whole university pack. It's a great pack for a lot of different reasons. Like the gameplay is great, create a sim, build by, all of that stuff. But going to university with your sims, like if you're someone that does family gameplay, and you're playing with like, you know, 4 kids or whatever, going to university with each of those 4 kids takes so long. I never do it. I never take my sims, and when I'm actually playing the game, which granted isn't all that much, but whenever I do play, I am like a legacy player. I like playing with big families and doing family gameplay and stuff like that, and it just, university feels like you're missing out on a lot of stuff with your regular household if, you know, you go and play on, you know, a dorm lot with your young adult sim. So it takes forever. It takes forever to get a university degree, and it's unnecessarily long, which is just irritating in and of itself. But I'm hoping that high school isn't like that. I'm hoping that it's more restricted, obviously, to, you know, your teenager's lifespan. Obviously, you know, not with like young adults where you have credits and stuff like that, but more obviously, you know, based around how long your teenager's lifespan is. If you're playing on short lifespan, obviously, it will be a lot shorter. And, you know, long lifespan is a lot longer. But I'm hoping that it has the replayability value where, you know, with university, for example, I played with university. I had my sims go to university maybe 2 or 3 times. And then I kind of like knew how everything worked. It got really repetitive is what I'm trying to get at. It got really repetitive really fast. Whereas with high school, I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't because, you know, you play with teenager sims a lot more often than you do with like university sims, for example. Teenagers is a whole like life stage, whereas university sims are just part of the young adult life stage, and it's just part of that life stage. It's not like the whole life stage, if that makes sense. So with the high school pack, I'm really hoping that it doesn't get boring fast. I'm hoping that it has replayability value and that you can, like, I guess, customize it a little bit as well. Obviously, we can probably build on the school lot, so I will be rebuilding the school lot, like the big school lot, at some point. I just don't know when that will be. Obviously, I have to do it for my save file anyway, but I just don't know when that will be because it will probably be like a really big project. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw this, but the map for the world has leaked. The map for Copperdale has leaked, and I'm gonna assume that it's like the legit map and it's not like a fake leak or anything like that. But it only shows that there's only 12 lots in the world, which it's a little bit small for an expansion pack. Granted, Get Famous only had like what, 11? Yeah, I think Get Famous only had like 11 lots or something like that, and that was like, it's really small. I mean, we have game packs that have bigger worlds than that. Strangerville has, honestly, I don't know off the top of my head how many lots Strangerville has, but I think Strangerville also has like 11 or 12 lots or something. But yeah, so if this map leak is real, then the world only has 12 lots, which I don't know how I feel about that. Like, obviously, the gameplay isn't restricted to just the world. It's not, you know, like Realm of Magic where you only have the magic realm. That's like where you have the magic HQ and all of that stuff. but it's the school lot as well. I don't know, it shows the school lot on the map, which means I'm gonna assume that you can't place a school building in any other world. You'll just have that one. Kind of like you have, you know, the one hospital with Get to Work, and you have only like the one science lab and stuff like that. So yeah, just having 12 lots is, as a builder, personally, I always like when worlds are a little bit bigger. So that's kind of like a bummer to me, but the world does look beautiful. So at least there's that. And then also, I wanted to ask you guys what kind of videos you wanted to see from me for, you know, the pack. So whenever I get early access, that will probably be, you know, maybe like a couple of days before the pack releases. But I will be able to do a couple of early access videos for you guys. I don't know how many, but yeah, I will be doing a couple of those. So I wanted to ask you what kind of videos you wanted to see from me. I was thinking about doing overviews, but I don't think I will, like build by, create some world overviews, just because I think a couple of the game changers might already have access to the pack. I'm not sure about any of this, but I'm assuming that they do. Usually for expansion packs, they do have like an early access for like just a handful of game changers or like EA creators. And I'm assuming they'll be doing like overviews and stuff. So you'll have seen all of that stuff before I can do mine. So yeah, if you have any other like build ideas or video ideas, I'm thinking about maybe doing like a creator sim or two. Then definitely let me know down in the comments. And yeah, let me know what you're excited about, what you want to see, all of that stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build. Sorry, this voiceover has been incredibly rambly. I don't know what's going on with me today. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, all of that stuff. I don't know my own outro at the moment, so yeah, there's that. But I hope you're all having a great day and that you've had a great week. And I'll talk to you in my very next video. Bye, everyone.